The phone sits there, screen dark. Your thumb hovers, not texting, not scrolling, just staring. The urge pulls, like a weight in your chest. You know it's pointless. You've been here before, reliving the same moment, the same pain, checking one more time, as if it'll change, as if it'll explain why they left, why it still hurts. The loop runs, silent, unseen. You're not alone in this. Others sit in the same quiet, holding the same weight, repeating the same mistake. What's left to find when you already know it's gone? You tell yourself it's just a moment, just a glance. But each time you give in, you lose something. Not to them, to you. The question isn't why you feel this. It's why you keep feeding it. Why you let the urge decide. Each check, each glance. It's not harmless. It's a crack. Widening. Not in the world, not in the past. In your mind, in your stillness. The urge promises relief, but it delivers shame. A quiet theft. Stealing your control. Your clarity. Bit by bit. You don't see it. Not at first, but it's there. Growing. Every time you reeked. Every time you chase. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Marcus Aurelius saw it. The trap isn't the craving, it's what you do with it. The urge comes, it always will, but you can choose. To pause, to detach, to let it pass, without feeding it, without breaking. When you cling to that moment, what are you holding? A memory? A lie? Or just the pain you've let define you? Look closer. It's not holding you. You're holding it. Tighter. Each time you check. Each time you let it pull. You're not stuck. You're choosing to stay in the loop, to let it run. The cycle spins. It always will. Until you cut it. One pause. One choice. One moment where you don't react. Why do you reach for it? Again, what's there to find? A reason? A feeling? Something to fill the void? You know it's empty. You've known for a while. Yet the hand moves. The screen lights up. The bottle opens. The thought loops. Why? What's driving you when you already see the end? Is it pain or just habit? When did running from it ever work? You tell yourself it's control. But is it? Or are you just chasing? Look at the urge. Not the thing, not the person, the urge itself. What does it promise? Relief? Escape? And what does it take? Your clarity, your stillness. Every time. You're not weak, you're caught. But you can see it right now. Can you stop just for one breath? Can you stay still? Principle 1. Stop chasing relief. The urge hits, like a wave. You don't see it coming. Not really, but you feel it. The pull. To open the bottle. To check the message. To scroll until the pain dulls. You tell yourself it's just this once. Just a moment. A quick fix to make it stop. To quiet the ache. You've done it before. You know how it ends. The relief comes. For a second. Then it's gone. And the void is bigger. The shame heavier. Yet you reach again. Why? Because it's familiar. Because it feels like control. But it's not. It's a loop. A pattern carved deep. Each time you chase, you dig it deeper. You're not escaping. You're building the cage. Chasing relief is a lie. It promises peace, but delivers chaos. Every sip, every glance, every hit. It takes more than it gives. Your clarity, your time, your self-command. You don't notice at first. The losses are small. A minute here, a thought there. But they stack. They become a system that runs you, not the other way around. You think you're choosing. You're not. The urge is, and it's winning. Every time you give in, you teach it to come back stronger. Pause. Right now. Feel the pull. Don't move. Don't react. Just see it. The urge is not you. It's a signal. A glitch. It rises. It falls. If you don't feed it, it fades. That's the truth. Not the story it tells you. Not the lie that one more time will fix it. Stoics knew this. They called it discipline. Not fighting the urge, not suppressing it, just letting it pass. Without your hands, without your will. You don't need to win. You just need to wait. Next time it comes, don't chase. Stand still. Breathe. Count 10. Watch the urge like a stranger passing by. It's not your master. It's not your truth. You don't need to follow. You can choose. Nothing. That's the break. That's where the loop cracks. One pause at a time. One breath. One moment where you don't run. Pain doesn't mean truth. The cage isn't locked. You hold the key. But it's not about breaking out. It's about seeing the door. The next principle cuts deeper into the story you keep telling yourself. Principle 2. Release the story. The mind clings to a rope, woven from memories, from moments you replay, the night they left, the words you didn't say, the bottle that felt like a friend. You hold it tight, as if letting go means losing. What? Yourself? The truth? The story you've built around your pain. It's not just an urge. It's a narrative. One you've told so many times it feels like you. The victim. The abandoned. The one who needs this to feel whole. But that story, it's not saving you. It's binding you. Each time you retell it, you tighten the knots. You don't see it. Not clearly. The story isn't truth. It's a weight. It keeps you tethered to the past, to the person who hurt you, to the moment you broke. Every time you check their page, every time you pour another glass, you're not just chasing relief. You're chasing the story. The one that says you're not enough, that you need them. Need this to make sense of the loss. But sense doesn't come. Only regret. Only a deeper cut. The story lies. It always has. Let go of the things you cannot change, Seneca said. Not because they don't matter, because they don't own you. The rope isn't your lifeline. It's your chain. You don't need to cut it with force. Just open your hand. Let it slip. The memory stays. The pain stays. But the story, that can end. You don't need it to define you. You don't need it to explain. You can exist without it. Picture it. The rope in your hand. Feel its burn. Now, release. Not with anger. Not with tears. With nothing. Just a choice. To drop what doesn't serve. To stand without the weight. Next time the memory comes, don't weave it back. Don't add another thread. Let it pass, like dust in the wind. You're not the story. You're the one who chooses to let go. Let go isn't weakness. A story binds, but so does attention. The next principle shifts the lens to what you're really fighting. Principle 3. Observe the urge. The craving comes. Sharp, like a blade in the dark. Your chest tightens, your hands itch. To reach, to numb, to escape. You've felt it before. The same pull, the same promise of relief. You know it's a lie, yet it feels real, urgent. Like it's you, like giving in is the only way to breathe again. That's the trick. The urge isn't just a feeling, it's a signal. One you've followed so long it feels like truth, but it's not. It's noise, and you can see it if you stop. Every time you act, you strengthen it. Every sip, every scroll, every hit. You teach the urge to return. Not because it's strong, because you listen, because you react. The cost isn't just the moment. It's your clarity, your ground. Stolen by a reflex you didn't question. You don't need to fight it. Fighting feeds it. You don't need to run. Running fuels it. You need to watch, to stand still, to let it pass. Epictetus said, "You are not your thoughts. The urge is not your master. It's a guest. Uninvited. Temporary. Picture it. A spark in the void. It flares. It fades. If you don't touch it, it burns out. Next time it rises, don't move. Breathe. Count 5. Name it. Craving. Not you. Just a signal. Watch it crest. Watch it fall. You're not its servant. You're its witness. Try it now. Feel the pull. Somewhere in you. Don't act. Don't suppress. Just observe. Where is it? Your chest? Your hands? How long does it last? 10 seconds? 20? It's not forever. It's not you. You can wait it out. You can choose to do nothing. That's the power. That's the break. One moment of awareness, and the urge loses its grip. Stillness is enough. You see the urge, but do you see the words you speak to justify it? The next principle cuts through the excuses you don't admit. Principle 4. Refuse explanation. You justify it quietly to yourself. The drink, the scroll, the hit. It's not addiction. It's coping. It's deserved. After the day you had, after the pain they left, you tell yourself it's temporary. Understandable. You're not like the others. You're in control. The words come easy. They feel true, but they're not. They're a shield, a lie you whisper to keep the shame at bay. Each excuse, another step deeper. Each reason, another knot in the loop. Explaining is surrender. Not to the urge, to the story you've built around it. You say, it's just this once, just to get through. But every excuse builds a bridge to the next time. The cost isn't the act. It's the permission you give. To chase. To let the urge decide. You're not reasoning. You're pleading. With yourself. To stay in the cycle. To keep the pain alive. Because without the excuse, what's left? Just you. And the truth? Seneca wrote, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Freedom isn't in the words you use to justify. It's in the silence you choose instead. Don't explain. Don't defend. The urge doesn't need your reasons. It thrives on them. Next time the pull comes, don't speak. Don't argue. Just pause. Let the thought rise. Let it fall. You owe no one an answer. Not even yourself. Picture it. The urge hits. The words start forming. It's fine. It's just stop. Breathe. Say nothing. Let the silence grow. It's not weakness. It's power. The power to disengage. To refuse the script. To stand without a story. You don't need to explain why you hurt. You just need to choose not to feed it. You don't owe anything. Excuses bind. So do rituals. The next principle breaks the habits you don't admit you keep. Principle 5. Break the ritual. It's not random. The way you reach for it. The same time. The same place. After work. Late at night. When the room goes quiet. The phone. The bottle. The thought that spirals. It's a ritual. Carved into your days. You don't call it that. You call it habit. Or nothing at all. But it's there. A pattern. A sequence you follow without question. Light dims. Hand moves. Pain calls. You answer. Every time you think it's choice. It's not. It's a system. And it's running you. Rituals feel safe. Familiar. They promise control. A way to tame the CHAOS. But they lie. Each time you repeat the steps, open the app, pour the glass, replay the memory, you tighten the chain. The cost isn't just the act. It's the time you lose. The clarity you trade. The self-command you surrender. You don't see it breaking. Not yet. But it's there. In the moments you can't recall. In the mornings you wake heavier, Marcus Aurelius said. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Your rituals dye you, not with peace, with dependence, with regret. You don't need them. You need to see them. Name them. The hour you scroll, the chair you sit in when you drink, the song that pulls you back. Break the sequence. Change one piece. Move the chair. Skip the song. Turn the phone off. Not forever. Just now. Next time the ritual starts, pause. Look at your hands. Where are they? What are they reaching for? Stop. Stand. Walk away. Not with force, with awareness. You're not fighting, you're rewriting. One step, one moment, one choice to disengage. The ritual only holds if you keep performing it. The void is where it clears. The mind is a river, dammed by habits. Let it flow, and the weight lifts. Rituals anchor, so does guilt. The next principle faces the voice that keeps you bound. Principle 6. End the self-blame. The voice starts quiet, sharp. You slipped. Again. You checked the message, took the drink, let the thought spiral. And now, it's there. The weight, not just the act. The shame. You're not enough. You're weak. You should have known better. The words cut deeper than the urge ever did. They don't stop. They loop. In the shower, in the dark. When you're alone, why can't you stop? Why are you like this? You think it's truth. It's not. It's a trap. One you set yourself. Blaming doesn't fix. It binds. Each harsh word you speak, it sinks you. Not into clarity, into chaos. You think it's accountability. It's not. It's punishment. It makes the next slip easier because you've already judged yourself broken. The cost isn't just the guilt. It's the energy you lose, the will you drain. Every time you lash inward, you weaken the part that can choose, that can detox. You're not your failure. You're the one who sees it. Seneca said, "You are not what you were, but what you choose to be." The voice lies. It says you're the mistake. Wrong. You're the observer. The one who can pause, who can release. Next time it speaks, don't answer. Don't argue. Just listen. Hear the words. They're not you. They're noise. Static. Let them pass. Replace them. Not with praise. With truth. I slipped. I see it. I choose. Now. When the shame rises, sit with it. Don't fight. Don't explain. Breathe. Say it. I'm here. I'm not the voice. I'm the one who decides. You don't need to punish. You need to see. To stand. To let the blame dissolve into silence. That's where you rebuild. Not in regret, in awareness. One quiet choice at a time. Detachment is a form of respect. The voice fades. But triggers don't. The next principle prepares you for the moment they return. Principle 7. Anticipate the trigger. The trigger waits. It always does. A song, a name, a quiet moment when the day slows. You don't choose when it comes. The tightening in your chest. The pull to react. To open the app. To pour the drink. To fall back into the loop. You think you're caught off guard. You're not. It's predictable. The same places. The same times. The same feelings. You've been here before. Yet you act surprised. As if it's new. As if you couldn't see it coming. That's the lie. You can. And you must. Not preparing is choosing to fail. Every time you're blindsided, you give the trigger power. It's not the song, not the memory. It's your reflex. Your chase. That's what costs you. Not the moment. The surrender. The clarity you lose. The ground you slip from. You don't need to be stronger. You need to be ready. To see the spark before it burns. To know the path before you step. Marcus Aurelius said, "If you are pained by external things, it is not they that disturb you. but your own judgment. Picture it now. The trigger, the bar you pass, the phone in your hand, the silence that screams. What will you do? Decide now, not when it hits. Now. You won't reach. You won't run. You'll pause. You'll breathe. You'll let it pass. That's the plan. That's the line. Next time you walk that street, know it's coming. Feel the air shift. Hear the thought rise. Be there first. Stand ready. When the urge sparks, you're not surprised. You're waiting. You say, I see you. I don't move. 10 seconds. One breath. You hold the line. You don't react. You choose to stay. You don't have to react. Seneca faced chaos daily. Court intrigues, exile. He shows silence over surrender. One decision at a time. Triggers test. So does resolve. The next principle sharpens. The edge you need to stand firm. Principle 8. Hold the line. The urge crashes. Hard. It's not subtle. Your hands shake. Your mind races. One click, one sip, one step, and it's over. You know the cost. The shame. The regret. Yet it pulls. Like gravity. You want to give in. To stop fighting. To let it win. That's the edge. The line. Where you stand or fall. Giving in feels like rest. It's not. It's surrender. Each time you cross that line, you reset the clock. You deepen the groove. You lose, not just the moment. Your self-command. Your ground. The part of you that knows better. It's not about strength. It's about refusal. Refusal to react. To let the urge decide. You can't stop it coming, but you can stop moving. Epictetus said, no man is free who cannot command himself. Freedom is here, in this moment, in the pause, not after, not when it's easy. Now, when it burns, when it screams, you don't need to win. You need to hold. One breath, 1 second, one choice, to stay still. Feel it now. The weight, the pull. Don't move. Clench your fist. Count 3. Say it. I see you. I don't follow. The line is yours, not the urges. You don't break because you don't step. You hold the line, and it passes. It always does. Not doing is power too. Resolve holds, but expectations pull. The next principle dismantles the hope that keeps you trapped. Principle 9. Drop the expectation. You wait for it. The moment it stops hurting, the day the urge fades, the time when you're fixed. You believe it's coming. If you try harder, if you resist longer, if you prove you're better, that's the hope, the expectation. It's what keeps you checking, keeps you reaching, keeps you thinking. One more time, and it'll be different. It'll make sense. The pain will lift. The past will explain itself. But it doesn't. It never does. And still, you expect. Expectation is a chain. Not to reality, to illusion. You think it drives you forward. It doesn't. It pulls you back. Each time you hope for closure, for relief, for them to see you. You're not moving. You're clinging to a story that's already ended, to a feeling that's already burned out. The cost isn't the hope. It's the time you lose, the clarity you trade, the life you pause for something that won't come. Seneca said, you must give up hoping for what does not depend on you. Freedom isn't in waiting for the pain to vanish. It's in dropping the weight, the belief that something outside you time, them, the next hit will save you. It won't. You save you by choosing now to expect nothing, to need nothing, to let go of the outcome. Next time the urge rises, don't look for the end. Don't wait for it to feel right. Just be here. Feel the pull. See it. But don't expect it to resolve. Don't expect the world to answer. Stand in the moment. Breathe. You don't need the future to be whole. You don't need the past to make sense. You need silence and the choice to stay. Silence isn't surrender. 80% of relapses start with a single glance. One moment, unchecked. Hope blinds. Patterns bind. The next principle unmasks the loops you don't see. Principle 10. See the pattern. You don't just act. You repeat. The same move. The same mistake. Night falls. The phone glows. The bottle calls. You answer. Not because it's new. Because it's old. A groove worn deep. You think it's a choice. It's not. It's a script. Written long ago. By pain. By loss. By the moment you first reached and found nothing. Yet, you keep reading the lines. Over and overthink. As if this time, it'll end differently. It won't. The pattern isn't random. It's a map. Trace it. The trigger. The thought. The act. Then the shame. It loops. Not because it's strong. Because you don't see it. You feel the urge, but miss the system. The way it starts. The way it pulls. Each time you follow, you carve the path deeper. The cost isn't one night. It's your awareness. Your freedom. You're not living. You're replaying. A scene that never resolves. Epictetus said, "It's not things that disturb us, but our opinions of them." The pattern thrives because you believe it's you. It's not. It's a reflex. A glitch. You can map it. Name it. When does it start? The quiet hour? The empty room? What sparks it? A memory? A sound? See it now. Before it comes, know its shape, its weight. Then, break it. Not with force, with sight. Next time the loop begins, pause. Mark the moment. Where are you? What's in your hand? What's in your head? Don't act. Observe. Say it. I see the pattern. I don't follow. Step back. Change one thing. Turn off the light. Walk away. Breathe. You're not the loop. You're the one who can end it. By seeing it clearly. You can end without drama. Patterns run deep. So do attachments. The next principle cuts the ties you don't admit. Principle 11. Unhook the past. The past is a hook, buried deep. You feel it when you move. A tug, a memory, their face, that night, the moment you broke. It's not just a thought, it's a weight. You carry it, in your chest, in your hands. When you reach for the bottle, when you scroll their page, you're not chasing relief, you're chasing them. The moment. The version of you that didn't hurt. But it's gone. And the hook stays. Pulling you back. Into pain. Into clinging. You don't see it. Not fully. The past isn't just memory. It's a trap. Each time you revisit, you sink deeper. You think you're searching for answers. You're not. You're tightening the line. The cost isn't the time you lose, it's the life you pause, the clarity you trade for a shadow that doesn't speak. That doesn't heal. You're not holding the past, it's holding you. And it's heavy. Seneca said, "To bear trials, you must cast away what is not yours." The past isn't yours, it's done. The hook is real. But you can unhook. Not by forgetting, not by fighting, by releasing. Picture it. The memory rises. The tug comes. Don't pull. Don't resist. Let it hang. Like a thread in the air. It's there, but it doesn't own you. You don't need to follow. Next time the image flashes, pause. See it. The face. The place. The ache. Don't touch it. Breathe. Say, "It's not mine. I let go." Step back. Put the phone down. Walk away. You're not erasing. You're freeing. One choice. One moment. Where you don't hold on. The hook stays. But you don't. Stillness is enough. The past pulls. So does the voice inside. The next principle rewrites the words you speak to you. Principle 12, reframe the voice. It speaks, always. The voice in your head. You're weak. You failed. Again, you'll never stop. It's there when you slip. When you reach for the glass. When you check their name. It's not loud. It's steady. Relentless. It feels like truth. Like it knows you. But it doesn't. It's a loop. A script you've heard so long you believe it. Each word, a weight. Not just shame, but certainty that this is you, that pain defines you. It's not. It's just noise. The voice isn't your guide, it's your chain. Every time you listen, you sink, not into wisdom, into doubt. You think it's protecting you, calling you to account. It's not. It's trapping you, stealing your will, your clarity. Each harsh word makes the next slip easier. Because you're already broken in its eyes. The cost isn't the thought, it's the power you give it to shape your next move, to keep you small. Epictetus said, "What need is there to weep when you can correct?" The voice isn't you. It's a reflex. You can rewrite it. Not with lies, not with praise, with truth. You slipped. Fine. You see it. You choose. Now, next time it speaks, don't argue. Don't agree. Pause. Hear it. Then speak back. Not with anger, with awareness. I'm here. I decide. When the urge comes and the voice starts, stop. Breathe. Say it. You're not my truth. I override you. I choose stillness. It's not about silencing it. It's about choosing what rules. Your words. Your will. Not the noise. You're not the failure it claims. You're the one who can shift the voice. One line at a time. Your voice. Your rules. Urge. You need this. Now. You. I see you. I stay. The voice shapes. So does acceptance. The next principle redefines what you fight. Principle 13. Accept the signal. The craving isn't the enemy. It's a pulse, a flare. It rises, sharp, in your chest, your hands, your mind. You want to fight it, push it down, make it stop. That's what you've always done. Resist, deny, suppress, and it comes back. Stronger, louder, because you gave it a stage. You made it a battle. You don't need to win. You don't need to lose. You need to see it, to let it be. Not as truth, as a signal. Nothing more. Fighting feeds it. Every time you tense, you fuel the loop. You think it's control. It's not. It's reaction. The cost isn't the craving. It's the war you wage, the energy you burn, the clarity you lose. You're not weak for feeling it. You're caught for thinking it's you. The signal comes. It always will. But it's not your master. It's not your pain. It's just there, Seneca said. What need is there to fight when you can accept? Acceptance isn't surrender, it's power. To see the signal and not move. To feel the pull and not chase. Picture it. The urge sparks. Like static. It hums. It fades. You don't touch it. You don't run. You breathe. You say, it's here. I see it. I stay. That's the shift. From war to witness. Next time it hits, don't clench. Don't hide. Sit with it. Where is it? Your throat? Your fingers? Name it. Craving. Not you. Let it rise. Let it fall. You don't need to fix it. You don't need to fear it. You need to release. To stand in the moment. To choose nothing. That's where the signal loses its grip. Let go isn't weakness. Acceptance sees, but presence holds. The next principle grounds you in the moment you keep avoiding. Principle 14. Command the pause. The moment comes. Swift. Heavy. The urge surges. Your heart races. Your hand twitches. To grab, to scroll, to numb. You feel the pull, like a tide. You could give in. It's easy, familiar. One move, and the tension breaks. But so does your will. You know this. You've fallen before. Not because you're weak, because you didn't stop. You didn't pause. That's the crack. That's where it wins. Reacting is instinct. It feels right, urgent, but it's a trap. Every time you move, you hand over control. To the craving, to the chows. The cost isn't just the act. It's the ground you lose. The self-command you trade. You don't need to outrun it. You don't need to fight. You need 1 second, 1 breath, 1 choice to hold still. That's where the power lies. In the pause, not after. Now, Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." The pause is that power. It's not escape, it's ownership. When the urge hits, you don't run, you don't hide. You stand, you breathe. You say, "I see you." I wait. Picture it. The wave rises. You don't ride it. You don't drown. You let it crash and pass. You stay. Next time it sparks, freeze. Clench nothing. Move nothing. Count 3. Feel the air, the weight, the pull. It's there, but you're here. You don't follow. You command. Not the urge, yourself. 1 pause. 1 moment where you don't break. That's the line. That's the shift. From reflex to choice. You don't have to react. A man sits alone. Drinks pile up. He sees the pattern and walks away. One night, one choice. The pause holds, but out comes tempt. The next principle cuts. The need for things to end. Principle 15. Detach from outcome. You want it to end. The craving, the pain, the cycle. You reach, not just for relief, but for a finish line. A moment when it's over, when you're free. You think this time, it'll be different. This drink, this scroll, this hit, it'll close the wound. Or the next one will. Or the one after. That's the trap, not the urge. The expectation. The belief that something out there, time, action, answers will fix you. It won't, and you're stuck waiting for it. Expectation binds. It's not hope. It's illusion. You chase an outcome. A day when the past makes sense. When they see you. When the ache stops. Each chase, a step deeper into the loop. The cost isn't the wait. It's the life you pause, the clarity you lose. You're not moving forward. You're tethered to a result you don't control. The truth? Freedom isn't in the end. It's in the detachment. Right now, Seneca said, "What need is there to crave? What you cannot hold. The outcome isn't yours. The urge isn't yours. The past isn't yours. Let them go. Not with force, with choice. Picture it. The craving rises. You want it to mean something, to lead somewhere. It doesn't. It's just here. You don't need it to resolve. You need to release. To stand without needing the end. Next time the pull comes, don't look for closure. Don't wait for peace. See the urge. Feel it. But don't expect it to save you. Say, "I'm here. I don't need the answer." Breathe. Put the phone down. Walk away. You're not chasing. You're choosing to be free. Not tomorrow. Now. In this moment, where you let go of what's next. Detachment is a form of respect. Outcomes fade. Presence endures. The next principle anchors. The ground you keep losing. Principle 16. Stay present. The urge pulls. Not forward. Back. To the past. to the what-ifs, or forward to the fix. The end. Your mind races. Anywhere but here. The bottle, the screen, the thought, their escapes. From now, from you don't stay. You run. And that's the break. The moment you lose yourself. Running is instinct. It feels safe. It's not. Each time you flee, you split. From the moment, from your will. The cost isn't the act. It's the absence. The void you leave. Where you should be. You're not weak. You're distracted. Chasing shadows. Of pain. Of hope. You don't need to find the answer. You need to be here. No. Marcus Aurelius said, confine yourself to the present. The present is the only ground you hold. Not the memory. Not the cure. This breath. This second. When the urge comes, it's not about winning. It's about staying. Not moving. Not chasing. Just presence. You don't escape. You stand. Feel it now. The air. Your hands. The weight in your chest. Don't run. Don't hide. Say, I'm here. I see. I stay. Count 1, 2, 3. The urge rises. It falls. You don't. You're not the past. You're not the future. You're this moment. And you hold it. The void is where it clears. Presence anchors, but pain lingers. The next principle faces the hurt you keep alive. Principle 17. Face the hurt. The pain sits, heavy, silent. It's not loud, but it's there, behind your ribs, in the quiet moments. When you're alone, you don't talk about it. You don't show it. You reach instead for the glass, the screen, the distraction, anything to push it away, to bury it. You think it works. It doesn't. The hurt stays. It grows when you run. Each escape, a thread that ties you tighter to the ache you won't face. Running doesn't heal. It hides. Every time you numb, you delay. Not the pain, the truth. You think it's too much, too deep. It's not. It's just there. A signal. Not your enemy. Not your identity. The cost isn't feeling it. It's avoiding it. The clarity you lose. The ground you give to a shadow you won't look at. You're not broken. You're avoiding. And that's the loop. Seneca said, there is no evil that you cannot face. The hurt is not your end. It's your mirror. Look at it. Not with fear, not with shame, with awareness. Picture it. The ache rises. Don't flinch. Don't reach. Sit. Where is it? Your chest? Your throat? Name it. Pain. Not you. Let it be. Without your fight. Without your flight. Next time it stirs, don't turn away. Stay. Breathe. Say, I see you. I'm here. Feel it. Not to fix it. Not to flee. To know it. To stand in its presence. You don't need to erase it. You need to witness it. One moment. One breath. Where you don't hide. That's where the hurt loses its grip. Pain doesn't mean truth. A woman scrolls endlessly, sees their name, pauses, and locks the phone. One choice, one shift. Hurt reveals. Control restores. The next principle builds the system you need to hold. Principle 18. Build the system. The urge doesn't stop. It returns. Always. A spark. A pull. A whisper. To react. You've paused before. You've seen it pass. But it comes again, stronger, sneakier. You think willpower holds you. It doesn't. Will bends. Breaks. You don't need strength. You need a system. A cold, hard line. A set of rules. to override the CHAOS. Without thought, without debate, because when the craving hits, thinking fails. Trusting yourself isn't enough. You slip, you know it. The bottle, the screen, the thought, they win when you negotiate, when you hesitate. The cost isn't one fall, it's the pattern. The groove you deepen, the clarity you lose, every time you let the moment decide. A system doesn't waver. It's not you. It's the frame, the guardrail, when you're too tired to stand. Epictetus said, "Freedom is not the absence of restraints, but the right ones." Build it now, simple, clear. No phone after 10, no glass when alone, no scrolling their name. Write it, say it, live it, not as hope, as law. When the urge comes, you don't think. You follow, pause, breathe, walk away. The system holds when you can't. Start today. One rule. Small. Iron. When the trigger sparks, don't question. Act on the rule. Turn off the screen. Step outside. Count 10. You're not fighting. You're obeying your own command. The system isn't your chain. It's your shield. One choice at a time. You rebuild the ground. You don't owe anything. Systems guard. Silence freeze. The next principle strips the need to explain your pain. Principle 19. Silence the explanation. You want to explain to yourself, to the void, why you hurt, why you reach, why the glass, the screen, the spiral. It's not enough to act. You need a reason, a story, to make the pain make sense. You say it's just this once, just this moment. You're not addicted. You're surviving. The words flow. They feel right, but they're not. They're a cage. Each excuse, a bar you build to keep the cycle alive. Explaining is a trap. It's not clarity. It's CHAOS. You think it frees you. It doesn't. It binds you to the urge, to the past, to the lie that you need this. The cost isn't the words. It's the permission they give to react, to chase, to stay in the loop. You don't need to justify. You don't need to understand. You need silence. To let the urge pass without your voice. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Your explanations fuel the suffering, not the truth. Stop speaking them. Stop writing them in your mind. When the urge comes, don't argue. Don't defend. Picture it. The thought rises. The need to explain. Don't touch it. Breathe. Let it hang, unanswered. You owe no one a reason, not even you. Next time the pull hits, pause. Feel the words forming. The story starting. Stop. Say nothing. Do nothing. Stand in the quiet. You're not the excuse. You're the choice. To disengage. To let the moment pass without a script. That's the break. That's the power of saying less. Silence isn't surrender. Explanations fall. Presence rises. The final principle grounds you in the moment you own. Principle 20. Own the moment. The urge rises. It always will. A spark. A weight. In your chest. In your hands. It calls. To reach. To numb. To run. You've been here. You know its voice. Its pull. But you're not the same. Not anymore. You don't chase. You don't hide. You stay. Right here. In this second. This breath. This choice. Running is easy. It's what you did before. When pain ruled. When the loop owned you. Each step away. A loss. Not of time. Of you. Your ground. Your clarity. The cost was silent, but real. You felt it. In the shame. In the void. You don't need to escape. You need to be. To hold the moment. Not the past. Not the fix. No. Marcus Aurelius said, each moment is enough. The moment is your power. Not tomorrow. Not when it's gone. Here. When it burns. When it pulls. You don't move. You breathe. You see. The urge isn't you. It's a guest. It passes, if you let it. You're not fighting. You're choosing. To witness. To stand. In your own presence. Feel it now. The air. Your hands. The quiet. Don't flinch. Don't reach. Say, I'm here. I hold. Count 1, 2. The urge rises. It fall. You don't. You're not the craving. You're not the pain. You're the one who owns this moment. The void is where it clears. The phone is dark. Face down. The room still. No hum. No pull. Just your breath. Slow. Steady. The urge came. You didn't move. You didn't chase. That pause. It was yours. A moment you held, not with force, with choice. The weight is there. The pain, it lingers. But you're here, not running, not explaining. Just present. What's left when you don't read? Not answers, not endings. Just you, in the quiet, in the space you didn't fill. The world spins on. The triggers wait. But this moment, it's enough. You don't need to fix it. You don't need to flee. You need to SEE. To stand where you are. Stillness is where you begin again.